Greetings. Welcome to Little Discovery Corner. It's Friday when I try to help y'all balance out a little bit your feminine and masculine energies. So I will start with my Lantern Oracle deck. It says, sharing. There is giving and receiving. There's giving in receiving and receiving in giving. All right. Could maybe think about different connections in your life and how much you're taking and receiving. How much you're giving versus receiving. Do you say ask people, friends, for a lot of favors, and notice they never ask for much in return, if ever, and maybe do something genuine to show your gratitude, or offer to help them with something. If you know they're moving, do you need help packing? Do you need someone to drive your truck? Do you need an extra truck to carry your stuff? Radical honesty. To believe in the facade is to suffocate in the armor of alienation, self-defeat, and self-denial. All right, okay, I read something in this on this page. Let me look it up. It's interesting. 16. Look candidly at your current limitations and past the regrets and the things that you wish were not part of your character or life story. The Mother cautions you against continuing to deny any unwanted reality in your life and your uncomfortable feelings about it. It's not okay to ignore what does not authentically fit you, what creates unease, or any kind of self-compromise or incongruency in your life. While denial seems to be an easy and simple solution for what evokes aversion or discomfort in us, it is not. To maintain the ongoing armor or facade of denial leads to a life on the battlefield of perpetual deceit, manipulation, strategy, and estrangement from ourselves and others. As time continues to go by, what is avoided or denied grows into an ever harder and larger landmine to navigate. While honesty can hurt and be brutal in the moment of disclosure, the acute pain of it is always temporary. True, a rough patch of disruption, tension, and chaos typically follows moments of radical honesty, but eventually it does dissipate. The turmoil is never the life sentence that avoidance, denial, and deception are. If and when some sort of upheaval does ensue, please understand that this is necessary and is for your long-term benefit. This process unhooks you from whatever dishonest armor and lifestyle had distorted and blocked you from your spirit self. The releasing of armor you had lived in for so long that it became part of you can hurt as it breaks away. Detox of any kind is never pretty, comfortable, or pleasant. Nonetheless, it will pass like the tide and leave an invaluable life-propelling lesson upon your shore. Okay, so yeah, this one's about, what are you avoiding confronting anything? Think about any situations or connections, maybe even with a partner, that constantly leave you feeling uneasy inside, anxious inside. You don't know where that anxiety comes from. That's what it means to meditate, is become observant of your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings and emotions in certain kinds of situations, different situations as you go through your day, as you go through your life. And if you're observant, you'll start to notice what triggers you, what triggers that anxiety, what triggers that unease, and it might be not what you thought at first. Oh wow, fits right in. False beliefs. Once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways we can release the false limitations they confine us to. Okay, once you start to notice this, it's hard to unnotice it. And the owl is a symbol of wisdom. And this just reminds me of paintings of I think it was sort of like bull's head maybe, or a wolf head, or there's some heads, like the seers of the ancient days in, say, tribal Europe would wear these skull with like the fur on it and feathers, and it was supposed to believe to help imbue those powers, the different strengths of those animals into their ability to connect to the spirit world and see things clearly from a higher perspective, from a spiritual perspective, from your higher self perspective. When you're connected to your higher self, you are in touch with your intuition, and you sense falsity faster, and you'll notice that disease within yourself, something like friction, rubbing the wrong way against your spirit, and you might not be able to talk about it or put words to it at first, but the more you dwell on it, notice it, and examine it, try to bring it to the light, dig deep into your psyche, or just notice when it happens, what makes you feel some kind of way and when. The more you'll uncover about it and learn about it and be able to process it and release. All right, anything else? I'll go with this one. Distorted desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies unconscious need driving it. Okay, this could tie into surface level desires like 3D vices, addictions, or even like the way you usually go about handling connections, maybe conflict or disruptions, drama, how you navigate it. You want it to go a certain way, perhaps you might need the energy to be going a certain way towards you with little desire, and you're fearful to return that energy, like emotional closeness or reciprocal energy exchange with other connections in your life. And that could be like a need that you're waking up to, like a neediness due to like a fear, an armor you're wearing. And you could be waking up to that, starting to notice that, and figure out that you need to release it. All right, maybe a couple of elemental empath cards. And that grounding, getting out into nature, taking little walks, just getting a little fresh air, taking some time to walk around and clear your thoughts does a lot. It does a lot to help. If you can clear your mind, it'll help you notice any patterns or habits you've been stuck in that may be unhealthy for you. Let yourself feel emotions. That ties right in this one. If you're guarding against, say, negative emotions, you're afraid to let yourself feel because you might be conditioned to be in denial about being able to feel those things, especially if you're a masculine, especially like a male, someone who's raised a male in modern societies and even traditional societies, taught to not cry. You're not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to be upset. You're not allowed to even get mad, at least especially towards like authority figures. Desire. Oh wow, this ties right in with this one. Heart's true desire, gratitude, address inner blocks. All right, so distorted desire could be more about ego desires, materialistic desires, overconsumption, just addictions possibly, or uneven emotional energetic exchanges, uneven balance of emotional energy flow with other connections, versus your heart's desire, your soul, like your heart's desire, what your heart, deep down in your heart, what your soul wants for you is to grow out of the like shallow egoic pursuits. I mean, to a certain extent, of course, we have to care about 3D things, food, shelter, and clothing, of course, Those are basic needs. Once your basic needs are met, there's only so much fortune a man really needs, as Forrest Gump said so famously. And after that, it's all about personal enrichment, true connections of true emotional give and take with balance, maturity, respect, dignity, and expression, honesty. Okay, I think that'll be good for today. I will see you next time.